Hi, I'm Letitia from Elderberry Creek Farms, and we've been eating primarily plant-based for maybe 5 years now, I guess. So we have not been consuming milk, and we've been drinking plant milk. The other day I was cruising YouTube and I decided, you know, I'm really tired of buying almond milk from the store, and I know that it's not as healthy as making it homemade, and they put preservative stuff in there, which is supposed to be safe, but it's still just extra stuff. And so I saw this lady do a review, and she was talking about the Tri-Best Soyabella soy milk maker. I was super excited, so I wanted to open this, show you guys, hopefully it's as easy as the YouTube video that I watched, and show you guys how to make soy milk today. And just show you kind of what's in the box. So I bought this with Amazon Prime. It was $109. It came with an option of just getting the soy milk maker, and it came with the option of giving you a tofu press, so you can make your own homemade tofu. So this is actually gonna help us to make, and we're not huge tofu eaters, but lately we have been eating more tofu. So let's see. This looks like the strainer where all the nuts or the soybeans go in. So this is where it stays contained, so you don't have to strain out your own stuff. I'll see what everything is. I'm not exactly sure. This, I'm assuming, is to scrub the fine mesh, because stuff can get stuck in the fine mesh, kind of like some of those coffee presses. Looks like a little scrubby brush. And directions. Operation manual, and it looks like recipes. And then this is the directions with the tofu press that's supposed to come with it. And it costs the same. So it was $109 and some change without the tofu press. Or it was the same price with the tofu press. So this is obviously the tofu press. That looks like they sent 2 little cloths. And you put the tofu in there. So one day we will make tofu, and I'll show you guys about making tofu. Here is a metal lid, not really sure yet what that's for. I didn't see that in the thing that I saw. And this is the soy milk maker. So let's see. The cord detaches. When you're buying it online, you're gonna get European plugs or the American plugs. Make sure you buy the right one. Do not end up with the European plug by accident. So it looks like it just easily plugs in right there, so that's easy enough. Cord isn't super long, but you know, it's not like you're gonna be taking it camping or anything. So all right, so there's notes on here. Never use, never reheat cold things in here. Do not touch or remove the screen while it's hot. That seems, never submerge the head of the unit, that's this, into water. So I guess we won't be throwing this in the dishwasher or anything. Okay, so it looks like this came with 2 screens. One definitely, this says rice milk on here, and then this says soybean milk. So I guess I'll need to figure out if I do the nut milks and which one. Oh, and then, okay, yeah, I saw this. So after you make your milk, you're able to take this out. So it came with this, and then you can just sit the unit in here, and then your extra milk can just kind of drain out. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could definitely strain out more milk from here if you wanted to, but with the soybeans, I'm just gonna feed it to my chickens or throw it in my garden. The first thing you need to do is, if you wanna make milk as soon as your machine comes in, then you need to pre-soak your beans. So what I did was, I knew what day it was coming on my Amazon Prime. I pre-soaked my beans last night before I went to bed. So I've got my soybeans ready. I'm gonna go over and grab my soybeans. I'm gonna dump out the water. I'm gonna give it a quick rinse. So I'll be right back. Tip, when soaking the beans, put beans directly into the milk screen and place the screen in the utility cup, which I didn't do. So next time, what we'll do is we will soak them in here. So let's see how easy this really is. All right, so putting the soybeans in. So let's see, close, open. There's some little, okay, well, this definitely looks a little bit more complicated than what I saw before. That's not locking in, so let's see. Okay, there we go. Probably once I figure this out, it'll be a lot easier. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is put our filtered fresh water in here. It does have on the inside little lines for 0.8 liters and 1.3. We're doing the full recipe. So I'm gonna pour in up to the 1.3. So, looks all right. And then I think it's as simple as this. Okay, so I guess the hardest part was me trying to fumble with the thing. There's a couple of different options on top. There's options up here. There's milk, there's mill, and there's paste. Paste, I believe, is for the rice milk. Mill is for your raw nut milks, and milk is going to be for the soy milk because it actually has to cook. You can't make raw soy milk. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm going to push. I think somebody said you have to hold it for a minute, so let's see. One, two, three, four, let go. All right, so I tried a bunch of things. We might show you some of it, we might show some of it. So now it's gonna take 15 minutes for the soy milk to do its thing and cook it and mix it. It's probably gonna get loud here in a minute and start grinding the beans. And then when it's done, the light's supposed to turn green. So it seems simple enough. Most of the time it's just, you know, with simple machines like this, it's operator error and people like me who don't like to read all the directions. So I guess we'll wait a second to see. It sounds like it's making a noise and it's heating up. Yeah, it's heating up. Yeah, it's starting to make some noise, so it's heating, it's doing something. So it took about 15-20 minutes. Probably, I didn't time it, so. All right, so our soy milk is done. It's a 15-minute round. This part right here, crazy hot. It's all metal. It's not insulated, so you need to be really, really careful. Make sure that when you're doing this, you're not doing it on a kitchen table like I'm doing where little kids or pets can get into it. The plastic is pretty warm, but not super hot. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. So, I'm kind of looking in it. There's a little bit of like a film on top. Let me get a spoon. Yeah, there's a little tiny bit of a film. I just want to, since this is my first time making it in here. Yeah, I'd probably skim off. It's just kind of like a, I don't know, looks like a little bit of a slimy film. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a little bit gloopy. So I guess you could strain this if you're worried about any kind of little bits or chunks or anything like that. I guess it depends on how. This is, I got this on Amazon. It's a little Italian glass container that I think is cute. You can just pour it in a mason jar like this if you want to. Well, this made one little container perfectly. I like this little container just because you can turn the top. It also comes in a pack of 2. I can leave the link on Amazon. Italian glass, and then you can just kind of turn it. I like that it has a little handle. It makes it a little bit easier to pour. But you could just put it in a mason jar. I'd probably put milk in a narrow mouth just because it makes it a little bit easier to pour. I would wait for this to cool down completely. If you want your rice milk plain, then you can just drink it plain. If you want, you can add a little pinch of salt. That can just help with flavor, or you can leave it out. You could also add into the water, or actually I guess you would add it into the base with the soybeans. You could add a few dates in there. I could try that next time. If you want sweetened milk, you could add agave. If you're not vegan, you could add honey. I guess you could even add cane sugar if you wanted to, but I'd most definitely prefer to use dates as a sweetener if I was going to sweeten it. I think that's about it. Allow it to cool before serving. And here it says you could add any other flavors. I'm not sure what those other flavors would be besides a little bit of sweetener. Oh, I guess you could add flavors like chocolate. So if you want to make it chocolate milk, you can make it chocolate milk. So let it cool down, stick it in the fridge, and you can use it within 7 to 10 days. You can also freeze your nut milks and your soy milks. So if you wanted to spend the day making several batches of milk for the week, then you could do that. I am gonna say that the convenience of this, of literally spending 30 seconds, 15 seconds of pre-soaking the beans, and then the next day just putting it in here, sticking the water in here and doing it, that literally the rice milk made itself. So I definitely think this was worth $110 investment. So I'm guessing because of our family size, the money that I save in buying the milk, this will pay for itself in probably 3 months. For a smaller family that doesn't use plant milk as much, it's gonna take a little bit longer, but eventually it's gonna be kind of like for free. So I hope you enjoy your soy milk. I'm gonna rinse this out and I'm gonna do a batch of oat milk because oat milk is kind of expensive from the store and it's hard to find it, and you can only find it at your specialty health food stores. So I'm on my way to make oat milk and we'll let you know how that goes too. So you guys have a nice day and enjoy your plant-based milks. And I hope you liked this unboxing and review. Have a great day. Bye.